What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the new spin era. It's your boy Chris, and today we're taking a look at this guy right here. The Tranquilizer Slanted Chamfers from M3 Metal Creations. Comes in antique stone washed finish or a mirror polished. As you can see, this is the antique stone washed. Will cost you $125 plus shipping. Let's get into the specs, and then we'll talk a little bit how I feel about this guy. I'm just going to read the specs straight off the website because this one is slightly different and there might be a few variances. Comes in at 52 grams, is 44.3 millimeters long, 16.3 millimeters wide, and 10.24 millimeters thick. Comes with an FZ HC3Z bearing installed. This one has 22 millimeter caps, but the one on the website, or the ones that are for sale, will be 19 millimeter caps, which kind of really addresses the only main issue that I had with this spinner. So that's good to see. Comes with a COA, a vinyl sticker, a little velvet pouch, and your lovely spinner. I mentioned that it comes in a mirror polish. That mirror polish is done none other by Mr. Aaron Brooks. Anybody familiar in the community should be familiar with his custom work and his polish work, so that's a good thing to know. It is laser engraved. I'm not sure whether he does this himself or not. Cool thing, my last name is Pena and my favorite number is 3. This is prototype 03. I'm gonna have to talk to Michael and see if I can keep this one. No, I'm gonna send it back. I promise. So for the most part, people know Mr. Michael Morris from other spinners like the Dyad and the Swag Bar, and from his tops that he makes in-house. This is the first spinner, however, that he has released, or that he's CNC'd himself. Other spinners have been done by other people overseas, or I think he has a collaboration spinner that was made in America. I'm not sure. America, yeah. From a Canadian. So let's talk a little bit how I feel about it. I was mentioning before that these buttons might be a little bit too big on it, and I still feel that way, but like I said, they're releasing them with 19 millimeters. That should actually provide more body. I'm assuming that he's going to make it so it's more flush to the 19 millimeter buttons. And in pictures it appears to be that way. Let's do a little size comparison. Actually, I'm going to move this out of the way, and we're going to bring in the two spinners that I feel like this kind of embodies. There's a little thing with it. It doesn't feel imbalanced, but when you put it down, it wants to swing to one side or another. Focus. But it feels perfectly smooth to me, so I don't know. That's weird. But yeah, where was I? The two spinners that this spinner embodies. I'm gonna let it settle, figure out how I'm gonna put these guys on the table. We'll go like this. Angles. Okay, sweet. We're angling it. I'm not gonna move it. Stay still. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. That's weird. Now they're all gonna do it. Watch. No. And so the Zen Duo Nano and the Chub. This is the full Chub, I believe. Yeah. Jeez, I don't know. I got like a frog in my throat today, more than usual. I guess it's my reviewing voice. Hasn't been used in a while, so it's a little rusty. Um, the spinner actually feels smaller than it is. Um, as you can see, it's actually slightly bigger than both of these, but it feels smaller because of the extreme chamfering. I really wish that I got one of the other ones to compare it against, but that's okay. I feel like I would have been able to give you a more clear review on it, even which one you might want to choose. As of right now, or geez, I slept and then had a real busy day yesterday. I had a wedding and 60th birthday surprise party. So yeah, I really wanted to get this out there yesterday, but when they actually dropped, as when I checked last, there was the Slanted Chamfer and one other one with the I'm not it had the chamfers. It wasn't the extreme chamfered one though. So yeah, I really feel it. It's like these two had a baby. This is kind of what you would get out of it. Um, let's get these out of the way. I am really enjoying it. Um, I'm gonna have to pick up one for sure with the 19 millimeter buttons, because like I said, that would fix the only issue I really had with it. I just felt like sometimes my finger was rubbing too much on the buttons. I do, however, feel like you need that button to come out over the lip just a little bit so you can actually get a nice flick. I feel like if it was flat, it wouldn't be as nice. Um, what else can we talk about? Let's take these buttons off and have a look underneath. So there you see your HC3Z bearing, so hard to say. Sits perfectly flush with the body. This is a prototype, so, oh geez, that's brutal. So it has, focus, it does have a little ding on it. One other thing that I did want to point out, if I can get this to focus on it, if you can see right there, there's like a little lip, so it doesn't come like perfectly to the edge. This is a prototype. It's actually on all of them, I think. So I don't know if that's intentional. I don't think so. But, and I'm not sure if the ones for sale will be like that either. But yeah, female underneath, male slides on top. Come on. Screw, screw, screw. Satisfaction. I do love that. Look at that. Look at that bearing spinning in there. I really do feel like this spinner is best suited with these buttons and this bearings setup. I don't know. I like the resonance, the sound that it comes off it, the feedback, and I love how you can see that bearing. And when you put a more solid button on there, it kind of dampens all that. So if you like a more muted, I guess, spinner, that might be a route to go for you. Or just throw a one drop in there, and that would probably solve that too. But for me, I really like that. One thing is, I don't know how the 19 millimeter buttons are going to look, because I believe these are 18 and these are just perfectly dished or whatever. These ones are dished, but it has a raised area, which I do actually like. It's funny because I like the look of these ones better, but I like the feel of these ones more. So, just a little food for thought. Don't know what that really means. There's not much else I can tell you about this guy. I think it's a real good spinner. I definitely think I can definitely recommend it. Awesome job, Michael. I was expecting this to have a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of flaws, but being someone's first ever CNC spinner that they're producing, I was expecting it to have way more issues than it actually did. I keep saying way more, but just more issues. But it's really solid. I'm very impressed. I was saying to Michael that if I didn't know this was his first ever sea and seed spinner, there was no way I would have guessed that. So awesome job. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity to take a look at this guy. Focus. Let's bring in your little artworks. Let's do a little old, or new and old. Thanks again. Meant the world to me that you actually sent this out and let me get a little review action out there, especially before it was actually up for sale. I kind of wish I got it sooner so I could have spent more time with it and got this review out sooner before it actually dropped. But that's pretty much it. Thank you once again. You guys are awesome. You already know the deal. Until next time, let's zoom out. That's it. Live long and spin on. Peace.